We've all seen it. You go to a festival, a workshop, or a social. Somebody got the strap shoulder, strap knee, or wrist. Why? Because of this addiction.
It's the inability to really say, today I will take a proper rest. I will not do anything dance related. My body is asking me to sleep, asking me to sit down. The body is complaining so much.
For a lot of people, dancing is their only exercise, only human interaction outside of work or family. It's the only time that they get physical touch.
The relationship with the dance is like any other relationship. Sometimes it's not going well, but you have small glimpses of joy. Good moments. There's these good moments here, but most of the time is struggle.
The gambling theory really connects with a lot of what we do in dance, which is we are there putting the money in because of that dopamine hit that we get when we get a win.
Yes.
And then we get a win, and instead of going like, oh, I'm satisfied. No, you're addicted. So you keep losing until you win.
When somebody tells me that, I think, oh no, we lost one.
They are about to sell their house. They are going to spend 3 months in Brazil.
Oh my God, their vacation days are gone.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode. My name is Alisson Sanji, and let's welcome back our beautiful co-host Gui Prada. Hello, Gui.
Hello everybody. Hello Alisson. Let's do this.
Welcome back. If you don't know, in the last few episodes, we've been recording here in Taiwan. So we are together for these videos, which has been a lot of fun.
Yes.
But today, in this episode, we're not going to be talking about something that is as much fun as this is. We want to talk about the body of the dancer, the struggles of the body of the dancer. We've all seen it. You go to a festival, a workshop, or a social. Somebody got the strap shoulder, strap knee, or wrist, or massaging each other everywhere. Why? Because of this addiction. The addiction for the dance, which is just one of the topics that we want to talk about today. And let's start with that. What does addiction look like in the community? We've seen in ourselves, like, for example, for me, addiction has looked like when I was not looking at myself or asking myself questions like, do I want this? Is this right for me? And I just went into, well, I'm going to do this no matter what. Why? Because this gets me to this gets me to that, and this gets me to that in a professional sense, but also in a social sense. How does addiction look like for you, Gui?
The inability to stop.
Like Taiwan Zouk Festival last year.
Taiwan Zouk Festival, marathon, class, the practica, the social, the mini practica, the training with people, everything. It's the inability to really say, today I will take a proper rest. I will not do anything dance related. I'm going to go do a massage, or I'm going to sleep a whole 8 hours. We know we need these things. We truly know we need these things. There's something between knowing that you need to do these things and doing these things. Addiction / FOMO.
Yeah, a small recommendation that I give to people, when I see that something's going on and I want to have a conversation there because I recognize that they are not in a good place, I ask them everything that they've been up to and how they're feeling. And then I prompt this question. Look, if somebody came to you and shared all of this with you and asked you, what would you do? Would you tell them that everything is fine? That everything is okay? So if you were advising somebody, would you still say to that person, no, don't worry about it. Continue. Everything is good. Your body doesn't need rest. You're not doing too much. Pretty much every conversation that I've had, people cannot say that. They freeze. They go like, oh, yeah, I mean, like if it was somebody else, I I wouldn't recommend them to keep going.
Yeah.
So I think that's a strong one.
Yeah. I use as an excuse the fact that I work with this thing.
I did that for 10 years, man.
It's my excuse. No, I work with this thing. I need to be there. I want to be there. And many times I really want to be there. I like the people. That's one of the main things. I want to be around them. I like the DJ. I like the atmosphere. I like everything. But everything else in my body is asking me to sleep, asking me to sit down, asking me to change my shoe, asking me to go barefoot, asking me to put the shoe back on. You know, the body is complaining so much. I think I got to a place a couple of days ago that it was enough. I really need to do something about it. And I started small. Before sleeping, no screens, nothing. So starting with this, and really once the light's off, I'm not looking at anything. I am there by myself. I'm 3 days into it, seeing how it's going. But I realized I needed to start some change, because the body's tired. You get home, but you're still awake and it's hard to sleep. But you know you need to sleep because the next day you want to go to the social, you want to go to the practical, you want to be at all the things. The marathon was starting at noon. No, 2. The marathon was starting at 2, I think. And I want to be there at 2, you know. But with not enough sleep, but I would prioritizing arriving at 2 in the marathon versus sleeping a little bit more. So I think the difficulty of listening to your body versus to not wanting to miss anything, any opportunity is there, is general, is everywhere. And when I think of longevity and I wanted to do this more of my life, it needs to get to the point where less addiction is needed and really take this time to rest. You went through this thing a lot. And I think you, more than anyone that I know, give yourself that rest, at least from the things.
Nowadays I do, but for about 10 years of my life, I was driven by this force that was very focused and attached to work. It was like, okay, this is my work. I shall never say no to it because I'm blessed and gifted to have this beautiful profession of being a dance teacher and traveling and getting to know people and different places, beautiful communities. So I felt like I was in debt to the opportunity. So it's a very strange situation where you feel like you owe to the community. You owe everything that I have. I felt like I owed to the community. So I could never say no. And a lot of dancers feel that way because a lot of us come to the dance community with something, okay? Maybe we don't realize at first. Maybe we came very intentionally because something happened in our life. And then dance helped us through it, helped us understand it, helped us get better. So we kind of feel like this, how can I say? It's like this duty to be there for the community, to give back, right? And that's a beautiful thing. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. The issue is when you stop looking after yourself. And for 10 years of my life, what did I do? I was eating painkillers as if I was drinking water. I was not sleeping. I was taking whatever energy drink, coffee, whatever I had to keep going. If somebody asked me for a lesson or a call, whatever time of the day, it was a yes. And that burned me out and that made me quit dance. So in 2016, for a whole year, I didn't dance and I never thought I would come back. But thankfully, with a lot of therapy and help, I got back understanding that it was never the dance. It was never the community. It was how I dealt with it. And that's really the conversation here. It's not your body or it's not the Zouk dance that destroys your body or it's too hard. All of those things can be an issue. But if we first learned how to understand our needs and how much we can give without depleting our own energy and our own selves, then I think we can have a very long-lasting relationship with dance, which is what I feel like I have nowadays. I will go to the social, and when I'm there, I am 100% there. But I'm not going to every social.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality. And it took me a long time as a teacher, but also as a dancer, to kind of accept that I'm saying no to a social, that I'm saying no to a festival, or to even teaching a private lesson, which is income, guys. Like, this is the only income we have. So to say no to those things is a huge, huge obstacle. Huge obstacle. And when you see teachers tired out there, most of the times it's because they are not saying no.
They want to say no, but they're insecure about saying they are.
Financial insecurity is a big thing, because if you say no to a private lesson or to a dance, that might cost you a contract.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that person organized a festival or a weekend or something, and then they're not going to invite you anymore.
Yeah, and depending on your teaching situation, not working that weekend sometimes means half of your income not there, or half of a possible income not there, or more than half at times.
I mean, if you don't have regular classes like we do, it's your entire income for the week.
Exactly. So saying no, it has consequences.
Imagine not dancing with somebody or not going to a social or saying no to anything can cost you 1 week's pay.
Yeah.
Or a whole month's pay.
Yes. It can be very intense if you live with it. If you live with dance. I was having conversations with other traveling teachers while they are all here in Taiwan, in Taipei for the festivals and the marathon. And we did talk about this fear of not being able to say no, or really putting that boundary because of the fear of not coming back the next year, of not getting invited again. So sometimes in the teacher side, it's driven by survival, like the need for survival. On the social dancer side, what I've been noticing more and more, or reminded more and more, is when I watch the people who travel thinking about the dance, where I can travel, that I can dance while traveling. So I will align my vacation with the events. I go through everything. So I sometimes see people, let's say, from other countries in different events more than I see people from my home base right now, from Washington, D.C. Because they go everywhere. All the events that I'm going, they are also there. And they are nonstop. So the realization that comes is, when we think about dancing, in this case, when we think about dancing Brazilian Zouk as a very powerful strategy for you to meet several of your basic human needs, and the dance becomes this big source, you end up using it for everything. And that's when the risk for depleting that source, like when you use a tool too much, the tool stops working after a certain point. And then you realize, and then you think, that's a fear that sometimes, oh my God, but if I don't have this tool, I don't have anything else. Yeah, we talked about this before, how the pandemic taught us a lot about that. When people realize I'm using the dance for so many things, when that was taken away from me, either I went crazy or I had this epiphany. Oh my gosh, I'm using it too much.
For a lot of people, dancing is their only exercise, is their only human interaction outside of work or family. It's their only time to express their creative self. It's the only time that they get physical touch. A lot of people are alone, or they are in a relationship, or they have a family, but they don't have that physical touch that they need. So all of those things are attached to dance. And that makes people spend like way too much money and time and energy without actually understanding how to calibrate and how to balance that. And look, guys, we're being very honest with you here, because what we're saying to you might actually affect our income. Okay? We might actually be telling you, and we have, honestly, we have multiple times told students, hey, take a break, do less, Okay, take a break. No, like, don't come to the next course. It's fine. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, I'm telling you, I'm your teacher. Come back in 2 months. You're going to have your spot. Don't worry about it. Or don't come to my class on the festival. Oh, but you have a class at 10 a.m. I want to be there to support you. I'm like, no, I want you to sleep. I'll see you in class, at home, in our school. Don't come to my class at 10 a.m. Let me do it. I'm working. You're chilling.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, we have to understand that, yes, we're telling you to take a break. And maybe that's going to affect us. But hopefully, this is also going to keep you around for longer so you can enjoy the beautiful things about dance in this community.
I had a beautiful example of that when I was doing my training in nonviolent communication during the pandemic. It was all over Zoom, of course. And I was watching the course and yawning a lot. Definitely my eyes were puffy. I looked tired. And then on a private chat, one of the facilitators messaged me and she said, it looks like you need to meet your need for rest. It's okay if you go back to sleep, because it was in the morning. And it's okay if you go back to sleep, you can watch the recording later. Everything's fine. And I was so surprised by that and touched and moved by it. And I had a hard time believing that it was actually fine. And I said, is it really okay? It's not gonna be, I don't know.
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
A lot of the times we find disrespectful, even if we're a paying customer, we find it like, no, I could never.
Exactly. And then she said, no, it's okay. And it took me a while to believe in her authentic request for me to rest, to go back to bed, to sleep. That was a beautiful demonstration of a teacher, of a facilitator that understood the needs of the students. Was right there. I was really looking very tired. And not resenting it, actually embracing it and telling you, go do it. It's fine. You know? So when we have the opportunity, try to practice the same. When we notice or when we hear from the students that it's starting to become too much. The relationship with the dance is like any other relationship. Sometimes it's not going well, but you have small glimpses of joy. Oh, good moments. There's these good moments here, but most of the time is struggle.
It's a gambling addiction.
Yes. And then you stay with the good moments. You stay with the good, oh, no, but there was that one song that was so good and we did so well. It was magical. I live for those moments, you know. And when reflecting about that, about my own relationship with the dance, connecting with the topics of music that we talked in the previous episodes, I realized that my FOMO, the FOMO energy that I have that makes me want to get to places earlier and that's the whole night, is because I am in the back of my mind with the hope of not missing a good song. I am really, so, and then I like to arrive early because normally early in the social, they play the easiest songs or the go-to songs, which are the stuff I like. So I go early to not miss those songs. So my FOMO is a music FOMO.
Sounds like you need to organize your own social so you can control that.
Exactly. 100%. I had sets made for my events where, you know, everything. So I don't have a FOMO. I know at any point that I arrive, it'll be a good time. But I know that some people have the FOMO of the people. They don't want to miss certain people. And some people have the FOMO of the opportunity of the event itself, which is the FOMO that many people enjoy when they are in the gringo season in Brazil, December, January, February, where they are going to things every weekend for 2.5 months straight. Their eyes are in the back of their heads, but they are there, man. They're energized because what they tell me, when I go back to my country, go back to my city, there's nothing. So they are, you know, going for it, even though, and then we go back to the strapped knee and the shoulder and the elbow and the wrist, but they are going, man. So we do have a priority. It's not our bodies. Unfortunately, it's not ourselves, not our physical well-being. Our priority is maybe our spiritual well-being. You know, we are doing this thing we love and are addicted to. connecting with people and listening to music and be around humans. So exercising, belonging, connection, freedom, expression, art, while you're sleeping 3 hours a day.
Yeah, it's a short-term win for a long-term loss.
Yes.
Because if you do too much right now, you're not going to be able to do a lot later or at all. And the gambling addiction that I was talking about is something that I've been seeing a lot in my YouTube algorithm for some reason. And I've never gambled. I don't gamble and I don't like it. But the gambling theory really connects with a lot of what we do in dance, which is we are there putting the money in because of that dopamine hit that we get when we get a win.
Yes.
And then we get a win, and instead of going like, oh, I'm satisfied. No, you're addicted. So you keep losing until you win. Instead of, I don't know, taking that money and putting into something that gradually maybe earns you money, like the stocks or things like that. This is no financial advice, okay, everybody? Please don't sue us. But we're talking about dance. Instead of going to every single thing and getting small wins here and there, why don't you think, you know what? I'm going to go to that weekender, that one. Because I know that's going to connect with my soul from day to night. And I'm going to be so energized and so happy and so there because I have given myself a rest or a break, or I've given myself 2 or 3 weeks without weekenders, without lots of socials, still maybe going to my regular class, but that's it, you know. Or like if there's a social Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then another one on Saturday. But you work all day or you have family and you have other things to do. No, you know, pace yourself. Maybe 1 week, go hard. You know, there's visitors, there's lots of people coming from out of town. Great. But then the next few weeks, go when it works for you.
Yeah.
Yes, we're hurting ourselves here financially, but I think this is bigger and more important. It's more important for a healthy community to stay healthy than for a healthy community to go down the drain just because everybody's going too much and too crazy.
Yes, and we are saying this from experience. Hey guys, I have very recently fell asleep on the floor on the social that I was.
While dancing with somebody or on the floor?
No. I went to the side to rest, raging headache. And I said, the effort of being sitting down was too much. So I'm going to lie down here. And I fell asleep. And the thing is, why am I doing this to my body?
Should have gone home.
I should have gone home. The thing is, I am working. You know, I am in the weekender. I am doing the thing. I could not dance anymore.
Or maybe as a dancer who just flew from another place, paying for a hotel, paying for the pass. Yeah, you're like, I can't go back to my hotel room now. There's 3 more hours of social. I'm just going to stay here for 5 minutes because I got to get the time and the money's worth.
Exactly. It's tough. And I think I want to also celebrate the good examples that I have seen over the years of people who understood that it was too much. And then they took their breaks. They were very mindful about the events they chose. And I saw their love for the dance reignite.
Oh, yes.
So we have witnessed that, the power of doing what Alison said. I'm going to be very intentional about the weekends that I'm going to take, because some people take so much time off work to do dance stuff. And then when they really want to do something not related to dance, a normal model vacation, they realize they ran out of the leave.
Most people in the community will connect with what I say. A lot of the people in the community disconnect from their friends before dancing and unfortunately from their family as well.
Yes.
Because every evening or weekend that they have available, they dedicate to dance. So they lose connection with the entire life that they had before. And it's not until much later that they realize that it's not healthy for them.
Yes.
You know, we all need our own tribe, and dance is our tribe, but it can't be our only tribe.
Exactly. when I go to Brazil in December, I try to go to Brazil every December to spend Christmas with my family. I sometimes need to be very intentional. Like this weekend, I'm going to stay home. I need to be because the force is pulling you to come out and dance. Everybody's in Rio. All these things are going on. Have all these socials, and there's all this energy saying, come on, man, come here. Just come with us. I have to be really, no, I need to spend time. I want to spend time with my mom. I want to hang out with my brothers. Since my brother is another addicted one.
That doesn't help.
Sometimes he's the one that, come on, man, let's go. Let's just what? So the forces are powerful. And there's another thing I want to celebrate, something that I've been seeing more. People have a very good dance in a social, and they say, I'm going to go home now.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I've been doing this for a bit. And I don't necessarily leave a lot of the times. And I don't really say that out loud. But sometimes I'll have a dance and it's close to the end. And I'll go like, yeah, I'm done. Then somebody else asks me for a dance. I'm like, sorry, I'm done with the dancing today, but I'm just hanging out. So I don't necessarily have to leave the room because I'm not that tired in that case. It's just that emotionally, that was it.
Yeah.
I cannot give more. Don't feel like receiving anymore. All done.
Yes, I think this is an important one. I cannot give more. Or what I have received right now is enough. Understanding that enoughness is the thing. And that's the search for life. Understanding what is enough. And when you get that enough, you say, you're good. A difference in culture, for example, when I am in the US, my understanding of enoughness is really different. And I'm saying here financially wise. I got enough to live to go by the month, but no, let's work a little bit more. Why in other places, I can see that when people get enough to go by the month, that's it. Go to the beach, let's watch the sunsets. So it's a different vibe, and you are, that affects you. And the last thing I wanted to say about this that I just realized here is that your level of addiction and your FOMO, I think is also related to how far in the journey are you. I realize once you get to experience the full power of what a very good dance can give you, your likelihood of chasing it again and again and again increases, I think. In the early stages, I see less, in my experience as a teacher observing the community, I see less of the beginner students, of people who are starting the dance going into the addiction. And I see more of those who had their first, oh my God, I just had my dance for 30 minutes with somebody. Wow, it was amazing. When somebody tells me that, I think, oh no, we lost one.
They are about to sell their house. They are going to spend 3 months in Brazil.
Oh my God, their vacation days are gone.
They're going to quit their job and do remote or something. Because, that happens a lot. I think there's like a curve at the beginning and then it kind of stabilizes. And a lot of people kind of stay here.
Yeah.
But sometimes somebody gets a bug and they get beaten by that bug and then it goes crazy. They lose control of life.
And there is this, on that same note, the people who experienced this very early on, they won. They're like, oh my gosh. And
imagine if they dance with Gui on day one. That's it. Guys, that's it. They get divorced. They lose their house, sell their cat, everything crumbles. Because they get that hug and that's it.
Man, it's like when it's as if the first time you ate sushi in your life, it was with the Michelin star sushi chef. And then you're like, oh my God.
In this small village, fresh by the water.
Yes, and more of this thing. So I actually heard these past 2 weeks of people who recognized that they were spoiled at first. So their fear of missing out comes from, I need this again. But they started really early on this, I need this again. And they realized that they were spoiled early on because it becomes harder and harder and harder to have that sensation again. So every new place that they go is a new frustration they have. So then they start to have a relationship, interestingly conflictuous relationship with the dance, because they like it, they do it, but they don't find that sensation that they had in the beginning very often. So sometimes they think, oh, maybe this is not for me. I am tired. My body's tired. My knees hurting, all these things, because they're searching that initial feeling. So if you are right now identifying yourself as an addicted person,
reach out to your Dancers Anonymous.
Yes. And think of what is it that is making me come back to this event, that event. Am I in the inertia, just rolling down with the inertia of, oh, everybody's going, I'm going too. Oh, everybody's there, I want to go too. Because we have had people who were not going to the event, but they saw the videos of the pre-party on the Thursday and they flew to the place. I've seen this. It's bananas to me, you know, but some people do it. And when I see them there, I in a way, I admire that. I clap. So where in this are you? Were you someone that had a very good experience very early on and seeking that again? Are you in that phase of understanding when you had enough? Or are you not in the phase you want more and more and more? Reflect on it. And the last one for me, write down right now everything that the dance fulfills for you. Friendship, community, belonging, skill, expression, learning. How many things dance fulfill? How long is your list of things? Just so you can look at it and see, oh my gosh, this thing is my life, you know, or this thing is part of my life. Or this thing is a small part of my life. I don't know. Just check there. Very curious to know.
But we love this dance. We love this community. And we know how good it can be for anyone who joins. We want everybody to join.
Yeah.
But we have to be responsible parents and also educate everybody who comes after us and who may be experiencing what we have experienced in the past and share this with you guys. So hopefully this was helpful either for you, either for your current self, or a reflection for your past self, if you've already been through this, or a warning for your future self. As well as anybody in the community that you see going through this, maybe share this episode with them and maybe they'll have that light bulb moment. But look, let's look out for each other. Let's make sure that we all are here because we are healthy here, not because we're struggling to be here. Otherwise, you know, we're lost. Cool?
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being here with us once again. And please follow, subscribe, help us continue growing this beautiful community here at ZoukNerds. And we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you, everybody. Beijos, abraços, and ciao.
Bye.